Ever since I launched the Webcam Studio Bootcamp a few months ago, I have basically been running my own webcam studio quietly on the side for a nice little extra bit of spending cash. And in this video, I'm going to talk about five key takeaways that I learned from running a webcam studio for the past 2 months, give or take. Now, before I get into this, I just want to say in general, running a webcam studio. Did I put this in here? No. Okay, good. Okay, let's talk about the first one. It's the first one anyway. It's easy money if you get the right people. Now, arguably, this is something that I've learned the longer that I actually do OFM, which is a business. Technically, it is a business. I know a lot of the times we don't think of it like a business. It's really like a method was the way we think of it. But if you explain it to a layman, they'll be like, oh, that's a business. Anyway, the thing with business in general is that if you get the right people, you will make more money, period. If you have the right people, you'll make more money. Your life will be less stressful. And if you don't have the right people, if you have a lack of the right people, or worse, if you have the wrong people, if you have bad people, then you'll be very stressed. Now, with the webcam studio, the thing about having the right people still holds true. What do I mean by this? Having the right people with a webcam studio really comes down to having girls who are hardworking, who are committed, who have open schedules, and who have a taste for what being on cam really is. I believe now, after doing this, I really honestly believe I can take any girl off the street and I can have her doing, it depends what she looks like, but let's say she's attractive. If she's attractive, let's say she's a 7. Let's say she's a 7. She's like, after like 6 beers, you'd fuck her, but like, you wouldn't brag about it to your friends. You kind of just like, oh yeah, I fucked that girl. You wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? That girl can do $300-400 a night, right? If she's a stunner, if she's extraordinary in some way, you're looking at like 500 plus. You're going to have some $1,000 days, some $1,200 days. And I know I've seen it. And I've seen it myself from girls that I manage, just to clarify that. And if you have the more girls you have like that, the better. So it's easy money if you have the right people. And with a webcam studio, what the right people is girls who are willing to cam, who can follow instructions. It's the same shit, but it's just like there's a lot less variety, slightly more time commitment. Number 2. I kind of don't want to tell you this one actually. So this is going to actually be 4 key takeaways. I'm going to save this one for myself. Really sorry about that. Well, you know what? I'll fucking tell you. Fuck it. Lush 3 is a cheat code. You guys are really lucky. Lush 3. So I know none of you have ever visited a webcam site. You guys have never perused those live shows. But there is some genius came up with a vibrator that vibrates every time a tip is received for the stream. And basically what this is the guys who are watching are now able to interact with the model and cause her toy to vibrate at various levels of intensity in various, vibrational patterns. And it's very like, it's almost like, it's kind of like playing a slot machine. You know how you see fucking old people at the casino fucking staring at the screen, fucking pulling the thing or pressing the buttons. Like that's kind of what it's like, right? And when you have that, I'm not saying you need that to make money. I'm not saying you can't make money without it. Yes, you obviously can. But when you have one of those, it makes it much easier. It makes it much more reliable. And, it's just like every girl, I'll put it to you like this. Every girl that I recruit for webcam, I will not work with her unless she is willing to get one of those and use it. With one of those, I mean, if she can, I'm not a woman. I don't know what it feels like to have a vibrator in your fucking vagina for 4 hours. But like, if that's not, too bad for your health and she can do it 7 days a week, fucking come on down. Like, you're hired. I don't care what you look like. And it's really just that good. I'm not going to go too into detail on how to do it and how to put the settings and how to do all that shit. But I will tell you that it's like $200. So there is a little bit of a risk there. You have to make sure the girl is reliable. She's trustworthy. She's not going to fucking steal your $200 vibrator and disappear. There's always a risk with that kind of thing. But absolutely, definitely you need to get one of those. Number 3, you can drive traffic to OnlyFans, but you do not need to. So let's have some real talk here for a second. We got into OFM for various reasons, I'm sure, but I think we can all agree that the main reason that we do this, yeah, it's fun, community, and blah, blah, blah. But like, we are doing this not for good karma. We're not doing this to make the world a better place. We're doing this for money. We want money, right? And at the end of the day, if you make your money through a webcam studio, or if you make your money by sending people to OnlyFans for your chatters to sell content to, does it really matter? Does it really matter? Do you really care? If you make an extra $5,000 a month, do you care if you make them from OnlyFans subs or if you make them from fucking Chatterbait people? You don't really care, do you? It doesn't really matter to you, I don't think. Do you care? I don't know. I don't care. And what I mean by this is that the reason I guess I'm bringing this up is because when I went into the first Webcam Bootcamp, the way that I looked at it and the way that I approached it was like, I'm doing this to get traffic for the OnlyFans. And then when I was, if she gets any tips, then that's a bonus. And I guess she'll be happy she got some tips. Who cares? But after actually putting multiple girls on, these sites and having them do the work and managing them and going through all this bullshit, I realized that I'm cool if they fucking cam every day and do $300 a day for an extra 10 grand a month on the sites. And yeah, of course I would love for them to mention OnlyFans, but if they never mention OnlyFans once and all they want to do is fucking cam, yeah, okay, fine. Sure. I'm fine with that. I don't care. It's not a huge deal to me. I don't really give a fuck. Obviously we're going to tell her, we're going to do everything we can to get her to mention these things, and get as many subs as we can. I'll talk about the subs actually in a minute that come from webcam, because it's a little bit different than OnlyFans, or than, the ways you're probably used to. So the point is that yes, you can get traffic to the OnlyFans, and they are, we'll talk about the subs in a minute. You can get traffic to your OnlyFans page, or fan view, whatever the fuck people are doing now, but you do not need to. You can have a bunch of girls doing webcam and make great money and be fine with it. And it's more or less not something that you need to devote a lot of your time to. And I'm sure you understand how that would be appealing. So let's talk about the subs. Actually, we're going to do 6 key takeaways. Number 4, the subs that you get from cam sites, I think are very good, but they need to be handled carefully. They need to be handled very carefully. So what do I mean by this? I remember before I launched the first bootcamp, somebody sent me a message and they were inquiring about the bootcamp. And this is somebody who I've like known who they are for a long time. We've like known each other, exchanged some messages on Telegram in like 2022 when I first started. He's still in the game. I'm still in the game. And he sent me a message and he's like, oh, I just saw that you're promoting this fucking thing, Webcam Bootcamp, to get traffic for OnlyFans. Those subs are so low quality. Webcam subs are the worst. I can't believe you're doing this. You're like, what did he say? He's like, you're such a scammer, but I respect the hustle. Something like that. And he also told me that he used to have a webcam studio with like, I don't know, some ridiculous number, like 1,000 models or 700 models or something like that. So I'm not saying he's a liar. I'm not saying it's not true, but from what I've seen from the subs that came in to the girls that I was managing, they are high quality. They're very high quality. And I'll tell you why they're high quality. They're similar to the subs that you get. Well, there are some similarities to the subs that you would get through other ways the model's going live, like TikTok, for example. I'm sure we would all agree that subs that come through TikTok Live are good subs, right? They come in, they're hot. They saw the girl licking a fucking ice cream cone, and they come with their money in their hand and like, what you got? Now on cam sites, it's a little bit different because the way that some people do things is that they have the girl just fucking, going to town on herself from minute one, and they've already seen all that. So like, why would they buy anything on the OnlyFans anyway? Like, they just watched you fucking dildo yourself for 2 hours. You're going to sell them a 5-minute dildo video for fucking $300? It doesn't make any sense. They watched you for free. So that's not the play, right? It requires a little bit of a different strategy, which we will teach you in the next boot camp we're doing. Did I mention we're doing another boot camp? I just recorded that video. So anyway, the point is that the subs that come in from webcam are very good. However, you have to do the streams in a certain way, and the subs themselves need to be handled very carefully. I had a model who, very lovely, very lovely. I think she watches my videos sometimes. If you're watching this one, you know who you are. Really sad it didn't work out. I really want to keep working with you. But the issue that we had with her is that the chatters that I have, I couldn't get the chatters to sell on her account. And it wasn't only from fucking webcam. Like we had subs coming in from different places, but the I don't know, my chatters just fucking couldn't do it. They could sell on other accounts, but when I put them on her account, it's like they don't know how to talk. I really don't know what it is. And the only difference is that the girl that I'm talking about now, she's in her like mid-40s. That's it. She's a MILF. She's not fucking 25 years old or something. And to me, in my brain, it's like, well, who the fuck cares? Who gives a fuck? She's hot. Her tits are this big. You know what I mean? Like, how is that hard for you to sell? How is that hard for you to fucking, and these guys, oh my God, they're fucking drooling over this girl. This girl, she's so money. And maybe she'll watch this video, maybe she won't. But like, if you're watching this, like, don't give up, please. Just because my chatters weren't able to do it for you, you have crazy potential. Just do the work, keep doing it. I promise you'll be happy you did. Anyway, pep talk aside, what I noticed from the subs that came in is that they've watched the model for 2 hours or an hour or however long it is. And they enjoyed themselves so much that they went over and they spent $4, or they used the fucking free trial thing or whatever, to go and subscribe to the OnlyFans, maybe to buy some customs, maybe to fucking talk to her, get to know her, whatever. You need to have somebody on there who knows how to sound like the fucking girl. Like, I know, Filipinos, chatters, whatever, it's a major problem, but like, let's be honest, subs are not fucking smart people. They're not smart. If they were smart, they wouldn't be fucking simps. If they were smart, they wouldn't be fucking spending money on OnlyFans. If they were smart, they wouldn't be going on cam sites and fucking spending money. I don't care how rich you are. That's like, there's an IQ cap for people that are fucking on those sites spending money. I'm sorry, there is. So chatters, a lot of the time, can get away with shitty English and not sounding like the fucking girl. What's crazy about chatters, they all sound the same, right? You can review chats and you're like, I know this motherfucker's from the Philippines. I see the spelling errors. I see the way they talk. Like, they're just not good. Now, my team is good. I'm not talking about my team. But the point is that if you have fucking white tier 1 girls on that are camming for you, and you have a fucking chatter who's like, doesn't know how to talk like that, not even just doesn't know how to talk like that, doesn't know how to talk like that specific girl, it's going to be hard to convert them, unless they're just so obsessed with the girl that they don't fucking care, which you will get some of those as well, depending on the girl. This one in particular, because her boobs were fucking this big, like, guys really like that, obviously. And that's why it drove me so fucking crazy that nobody could make any money on that account. Because like, dude, she's blonde. She's got triple H fucking tits, or J, or some like crazy cup you don't even ever hear of. And she's crushing it on stream, crushing it. She had a day, I think she did like 1,200, insane dollars. Fucking stressed out. Anyway, what What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the subs are good, but you need to have somebody on there that can like handle them properly. Number 5, chatting on webcam is well, I wrote here incredibly easy. What I'm going to write instead, what I'm going to say instead, chatting on webcam is by comparison much easier than chatting on OnlyFans. I'm not fucking muted, am I? I'll be so mad. Okay, good. Chatting on webcam is by comparison much easier than chatting on OnlyFans. What do I mean by that? So the way that you chat on OnlyFans, you watch my videos, I'm talking about personalized opener, you got to qualify, you got to build commonalities. You got to exchange 20 messages before you sell anything. First thing you sell is $5. Next thing is $10. There's all these rules. There's all these fucking things you got to do. Chatting on webcam is much, much less complex. The guys are there. They're looking at the girl already. The girl's there. The guy's here. He's like typing a message. The girl pretends to type on the keyboard. You send you have the chatter there. And it's super simple. You don't need, it's not the time and place to fucking get to know them. That's not what that's for. You're not going to be like live on stream and saying like, oh, and by the way, where are you from? Oh, and by the way, how many brothers and sisters do you have? It's not that type of communication is not appropriate for that setting. What is appropriate for that setting is fucking getting down to business. Like, do you want to watch me do something? Are you going to send me a tip? Do you want to book a private? Do you want some extra content? Do you want to go see my spicy page? It's very, it's much more direct. Yes, you still need to sound like the girl, and yes, you still need to be pleasant. Don't sound like, a fucking order taker at Burger King. Honestly, that probably wouldn't be too bad. But it's much easier. Now, the chatters still need to be trained a certain way. There's still a list of do's and don'ts that they need to do, but it's enough to like have a body on there to handle the chats so that it's done properly and you get the desired effect. Number 6, some girls will be awesome, some will be shit, and you never know until they start. So similar to OnlyFans, you can have an idea for somebody who will be good. Oh, I think this person's going to be good. I have a good feeling about them. Oh, I'm not really expecting that much from this person. I've been surprised many times, not just with OnlyFans, but also with webcam. I had one girl who was working for me. She was Brazilian, beautiful body. She had like a very high-powered job in Brazil, beautiful face. She used to be a model. Stunning. It's like if you saw her on the street, you would be like, damn. And she was motivated. She bounced. She owes me $2,000. She said she was very motivated, but like she just didn't make any money on cam. I thought she was going to kill it. And I would check, because I wasn't on her streams. I signed a chatter to the account and I told her to fucking, okay, you're going live at this time. Go for 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever. This is before we learned everything that we know now. Now it's like, now I know a lot more. I kind of wonder how it would be now. And maybe it still wouldn't work for her. Who knows? But anyway, I remember seeing that like the next day she would have made like, I don't know, fucking 200 tokens or something. And you get 5 cents per token. So what is that, like $10? I was like, Jesus, man, damn, this is fucking just stream. She would only stream for like an hour. It's like, okay, you made $10. I take 60% of that. So you make fucking, I don't know, fucking $4. Sucks for you. So, yeah, it's just fucking, you never know. And then you have girls like the one that I talked about earlier with the fucking, giant boobs, man. And it's not like I didn't think she was going to be good. I'm a little man talk here. Darling, if you're watching this, like, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but like I saw those titties and I was like, that is a fucking money printer right there. Money fucking printer. And I was right. Now, that girl in particular had some personal issues that prevented her from really like going all out and doing it 7 days a week, 4 hours a day. Unfortunately, because like that's 25, 30 grand a month potential from camming alone. Easy. Oh, I'm so fucking salty about that girl. And not her fault, by the way, either. Anyway, you never know who's going to be good, right? I have other girls, I had this one girl, she's fucking 21-year-old white girl from, I don't know, fucking Georgia or something, really pretty, curvaceous body, big fat ass, like pretty face, and couldn't do anything, didn't make any money. That was also before we knew all the tricks. Now I know all the tricks. Now I could take a fucking girl off the street and I know it's going to work for her. A little bit of an investment required, but like I can make it happen now. I can do it with anybody. So anyway, those are the 6 key takeaways that I learned from running a webcam studio for the past 2 months. Let me know what you think about that. Are you interested in running a webcam studio? Does that appeal to you at all? Little bro, let me know. Drop me a comment and I will see you next time.